Hello and welcome to Talkin' Trades, the podcast where we talk about comics so you don't have to. I'm Jeremy, I'm a DC fan.
And I'm John, a Marvel nut.
And this is the Quarantine Cast. Oh boy. We are recording from separate locations.
For the first time.
Yeah, this is new, so bear with us, audio people. This is not ideal, that's for sure.
No,
it's not. If you're unaware, bless your heart, but there's a literal global pandemic going on, so we can't really travel to hang out and record podcasts because we don't want to get each other sick or other people sick. So we're recording from remotely. So far, so good. We're doing this on Google Meet, but we'll see how that goes. For those who may not know, just going to do housekeeping stuff early. You can still check us out on all the social medias, but we are also on YouTube now. I have uploaded our most recent one-shot, which is the Birds of Prey one-shot. So make sure to check that out. But I will be uploading all of the one-shots and every episode going forward. And then maybe we will do the backlog later. But that's the plan right now. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Tell all your friends about us and ring that notification bell.
Yep, smash it to oblivion.
Yeah, but make sure it's an odd amount of likes or hits, because then it makes sure to count your like. If you do an even number, then it doesn't count. It cancels out.
Okay.
Like if you hit the like twice, it undoes it. So if you do an odd amount of times, it redoes it.
Sure.
Yeah, see, John gets it. John, how's your quarantine?
Fine, I guess. I don't know. I'm fortunate that work has set me up to work entirely from home. So that's great.
That is good. Thank God you got full time. That you were like hired on before all this.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that until right now. Wow.
It would not have been great otherwise, but yeah.
No. So you're working from home, that you have a computer from work and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Are you able to get everything done from home?
Yes. We've adjusted the one process that was having me go into the office.
Okay.
So I am now able to, in fact, only a very few people have access to the building. They've taken away everyone else's access to the building. I couldn't go in there if I wanted to go in there.
That makes sense. They did the same thing with us. I'm not able to get into my school anymore.
Oh, really?
No, not at all. Which, I mean, makes sense. It's already a germ-filled biome in its best days, and now there's a global pandemic.
Are they even entertaining going back this school year or no?
No, they're entertaining it, yeah, because they can't say no. But I mean, as far as if you're asking me, like, honestly, no, there's no way. There's just no chance. They're going to finish out this year. I don't know if we're going to be able to do summer school, because that's like a big part of our program is summer school. I don't know if we're going to be able to.
And I'm just curious on education aspect on this. Are the students able, are they getting credit for this year? Are they going to have to continue part of it later?
So the state of Illinois, because that's the only one I can speak for, because that's where I work, said that for right now, and it's changed like 6 times, but the most recent update was they can't get a grade lower than the grade they had when school ended.
Okay.
So let's say you left for the pandemic with a B. You cannot get lower than a B. However, they're developing and figuring out the grading system for what your final grade would be. So let's say you got the B, but you did all the work in quarantine on online school. You may leave the semester with an A, or you may leave with that B. We're not sure yet.
So if I just say, screw this, I'm not doing it, I would get a B?
As of right now, yes. They might change that. They've changed things. Seriously, it's been on the daily.
No, I know. Everything's day and day. Every, day by day, every organization, company would have you. So nothing's set in stone at all.
It's nuts.
I was just curious. Just wondering.
Yeah, no, it's... yeah, I think that my job is one of the jobs that's the most in flux right now. That isn't an essential job. You know what I mean? It's not, my job doesn't determine life or death. And my job doesn't.
You're not like GameStop.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know what? All right. Forget what I was about to say. Let's talk about some of these people that are having to work. Why is GameStop required to be open still?
To use their words, they believe the experience they offer their customers is essential. Therefore, they believe they are an essential business.
That's great. I believe that I am a billionaire, but that doesn't make me a billionaire.
Right. That's just almost verbatim their defense. and the behind the curtain
agreed?
Well, the behind the curtain thing that I think happened is they haven't been doing well. The longer console generations go, the worse it is for GameStop because they need the influx of new console purchases.
Right.
And that drastically, outside of the Switch, which has been excellent, has slowed down because of the Xbox and PlayStation. They're allegedly still coming out this year. So the weekend where everything was shutting down was the biggest video game release of the year so far. It was Animal Crossing and Doom.
Right.
So I feel as a company, they pretty much had to be open. They couldn't have closed and still been alive.
That makes sense.
That weekend. However, you can't really spin that PR-wise positively.
No.
So that's why they haven't said that specifically, I believe.
Okay. That makes sense, though.
And then
nerds talking about nerd
remake
stuff
would have been insane. So
yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. It seems...
It's not essential. Liquor stores, also not essential.
No, I disagree. Because here's the thing. Okay. And this is the only reason I say this is because I heard someone much smarter than me say this on a podcast. Because I was with you. And they said, here's the deal, right? If you do shut down a liquor store, there are people who legitimately will die because of alcohol shock, right? So those people, before they die, could run out and loot people or rob places and stuff like that, right? So then you have that. Also, if you do say, hey, I'm going to shut the liquor store down on Tuesday, the Monday before is going to be the most jam-packed place in the universe. Because you've got all these legitimate alcoholics or people who want to drink or things like that are going to cram into the store. And that's just as dangerous. So if you just leave it open, it's not great. I agree. Because I do agree. But it gives those people the chance.
If that was the only avenue with which to acquire alcohol. But you still have grocery stores. You still have gas stations. There are a lot of other places you can acquire alcohol. That's true. Not your only avenue for it.
I think that the liquor stores would then make that argument, like the owners of the liquor store would make argument to legislation or to their lobbyists to say, well, if you shut us down, then you just shut down liquor sales because that's taking away our entire business, yada, yada. But
I think it's more like they were like, well, we sell some of the stuff that grocery stores do, like pop.
In some neighborhoods, there's only
seltzer,
liquor stores.
Stuff like that.
You know, in some neighborhoods, and some impoverished neighborhoods, there are no Walmarts or Jewels or
Kroger's. There's like corner
stores.
stores, but then there's also like liquor stores. I mean, like your Binny's, for example.
Oh, are Binny's still open?
I think so, because they're a liquor store, which is essential.
Yeah.
Which is bananas.
Banana rum, to be specific.
99 bananas.
Oh my god. But I was with you 100% on that, but then that kind of changed up it made me like take a step back when I heard that. I was like, oh, that's interesting that you'd have people could go into like legitimate toxic shock.
Which, if there was no other avenue, yes.
Yeah. So there's that. But GameStop should definitely be closed.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Have you gone out in this pandemic at all, like to go shop or anything, to go get groceries or anything? Because you live with
I went to get groceries once or twice, and it was fine. I haven't gone out since I had to go to work. It'll be 2 weeks. It will be 3 weeks ago this Thursday.
Was the last time you went out?
Was the last time I went out.
Have you not left your
house?
house?
To go to work. No.
Wow. You going a little stir crazy?
I mean, I really miss my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I was seeing people. It really, for me anyway, gets hard on Friday nights.
Magic.
Not being able, missing that experience really, really, really gets hard.
I believe it.
Other than that, though, I've just been keeping busy. Got in touch with some other friends who collectively we haven't had schedules line up, and now there are no schedules. So
right. That is true. Yeah, that is positive.
Playing Borderlands with Matt has been really good. Some more social interaction, and
we play a little bit of D&D.
Yeah, we role play a little bit of the week, and then some excellent games came out that I've just been throwing myself into.
Yeah, how many hours have you put in Animal Crossing?
I will get you that information.
I'm going to tell you my hours too. I'm going to pull up mine right now.
Because I don't know it off the top of my head.
Last I checked, I was at 150.
Whew.
Right, but like,
Oh, you got maybe.
Oh, it's loud.
I have
my job. What's that?
85 or more.
85 or more. Yeah, I have a lot.
Yeah, and if I didn't work, probably yes. I'd probably be.
That's the thing is like my job right now. If kids don't show up to my office, I have 140 hours. If kids don't show up to my office hours, I just put my microphone on mute and I can play Animal Crossing for a little bit.
So it's kids come in as they need.
I have set office hours for them because it's difficult to get just to have open whenever. But like anytime a kid says, "Hey, I have a question," I hop in to a Google Meet and talk with them. But that's pretty rare. But I have set up office hours for my kids every day of the week. That oftentimes I'm just sitting there doing nothing.
Nice.
So there's that.
Nice. So yeah, I still put in a full 8 hours every day. That's still very much a thing.
I'm like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm doing 6 or 7 hours a day, but then I'm spending 3 hours after that making up the next day's lessons. So it all like evens out. I'm doing the same amount of work I was doing at school, just with less interaction.
Yeah.
Which I realize is like the main reason I like my job. I don't like paperwork very much. I like interacting with students. So this is the opposite of what I want to do with my life. So I've taken to taking 4-mile walks every day. Because otherwise I'm going to go absolutely insane. So I've been out of my apartment every single day of this quarantine, even if it's just to walk by myself for a while. So there's that. This is crazy. But enough about the COVIDs. Let's talk about some nerd stuff. Let's talk about a little bit of the geek news, the This Week in Geek without a bump. John, do you have any This Week in Geek news?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Updated Marvel movie slate. Black Widow was given a new release date.
Okay, which is
November 6th, which was the Eternals release date.
So Eternals got pushed?
Everything got pushed.
Makes sense.
So, in projected order, Falcon Winter Soldier in August.
Card is subject to change.
Yeah. Falcon Winter Soldier in August. I don't think it's going to hit that because they had a week left of filming before they shut production down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I don't think that's going to hit. But they haven't officially delayed it, so who's to say? Black Widow November 6th. WandaVision in December.
Okay.
And then I think everything except Spider-Man just got bumped one movie back because Eternals is February 2nd, which was Shang-Chi. Which is now May 7th.
Which was?
I believe Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Which is now November 5th, 2021.
Okay.
Thor Love and Thunder is now February 18th, 2022, which was the fall. The other shows coming out, Loki is the spring. What If is summer 2021.
That one shouldn't be delayed too much because you can still send people home.
You can do VO depending on what they have.
Yeah.
As well. Spider-Man 3, July 26th. That one I don't believe has moved. And
we'll see. Well, that one might end up moving later.
Yeah, Hawkeye series for fall 2021. I don't know if that's happening.
Well, they haven't even started.
I've heard some rumors about maybe Jeremy Renner's Dunzo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any confirmed rumors or is this just pure speculation?
Nothing confirmed, just what I've heard.
Interesting. That'd be interesting. I'd be sad because, like, I know he's got that app now, but, like, that's not enough. I went from not giving any thought to Jeremy Renner to really liking him as Hawkeye. So just to take him away would really stink.
Yeah.
Especially with them potentially doing that show. Although you could kill him off and have Kate take over entirely.
You could, but I think you need him to pass the torch in that show. Like, you couldn't just not have him appear.
Here's the thing. I don't know if you know this. Disney's got a lot of money. They could throw a lot of money at him and just say, hey, you're going to do a week's worth of shooting where we're just going to have you do flashbacks. And then, like, it'll be a pass the torch retroactively. And here's a lot of money. Okay, now you can go away. I've heard Disney's rich. I've heard this.
Yeah. No,
are you playing Final Fantasy or something in the background?
Oh, I just have music playing.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it until just this second.
Sorry, I'll
no, you're good.
Lower it further. But it is Final Fantasy X music.
Okay, so I wasn't crazy.
You were not wrong. No,
I said Final Fantasy. Okay, cool. Let's talk about that real quick. That I know this isn't a video game podcast, but hey, it's quarantine. We can talk about whatever we want. You convinced me to pick up Final Fantasy VII while you were playing Final Fantasy VII.
If Final Fantasy VII on Switch was worth it, I said, yeah, it's like $16. Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
I'm mad I didn't buy it when it was $9.
Whew.
I know.
That is a sale.
I bought 9 for $9 and tried that one and absolutely hated it.
Really?
Dude, that art style just bugged me. The character designs were just, with the exception of Vivi, they were hideous.
It harkens back to classic Final Fantasy.
That's fine.
I guess
I
no
can't
appreciation
stand
for it. I get it, but like,
oh god, I can't stand it.
I love 9.
I feel like Final Fantasy would work much better for me in a novel.
Maybe
it's got a lot of Japanese influence on the art style, and I'm not a fan. Like that's what's keeping me from watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Is like it's so anime, and I just can't. I can't do it.
Then 7 or 8 is probably where you want to stay at Final Fantasy because they're way more grounded. These are just people.
Which one's the one
art style
where it's the actual guy who Cloud's memories are based on?
Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII.
Isn't that guy in something else? Who's the guy in that game? Zach?
Zach Fair.
Isn't he in something else?
He's in Kingdom Hearts 2.
He's not in Final Fantasy 7 or 8?
He appeared like there are sequences with him, but it's not like he's not playable. You can't play as him. He doesn't join your party.
Do you find out that he is who Cloud is basing his memories on in 7, or is it only in Crisis Core?
Whoa, spoiler territory.
Dude, the game's been out for like 15, 20 years.
It's it's actually only 7 because Crisis Core, the final thing you see in Crisis Core
is
the beginning of 7, and then it says to be continued in Final Fantasy 7.
Dude, Square Enix sucks.
I love them. I love them so much.
Here's my problem with Square Enix. Everything. Moving on. Wow. No, they're fantastic. They've made one of my favorite franchises of all time, for sure. But they are not user friendly. They're what Hideo Kojima wants to be. Like arty, but people still like it. Kojima went off the rails.
People like Death Stranding.
Dude, who? Name one.
Pretty much everyone who reviewed the game.
I read
the game reviewed overwhelmingly positive. Really?
Really? Wow. I don't know, dude. Twitter's a sounding board, or what's it called? Echo chamber. Like whatever. Like if you ever see an opinion on Twitter, you got to know that might not be the facts. Because I was looking at my Twitter, and I'm like, man, no one else agrees with such and such. And then I searched the hashtag. Like, oh wait, a lot of people do. I just follow everyone who doesn't agree with that. So that might be, maybe it's that. Maybe the people I follow hated Death Stranding.
Could be.
But yeah, so I'm enjoying Final Fantasy VII, what I've played, and you are playing through the incredible remake.
The remake, yeah.
You want to talk about that? Xavier Woods of WWE fame and Up Up Down Down fame and Kinda Funny fame was doing videos of it, and he was over the moon, and he made every wrestler, a bunch of his friends, like link up with this wrestler is this character in the game. Like Seth Rollins is Sephiroth and so Alexa Bliss is Tifa. And it was a very, very cool little set of vignettes. I really liked it. But he's loving it.
I'm loving it as well. Yeah, 7 is not my favorite Final Fantasy. A lot of that
that is 10.
That's 10. And a lot of that is I played 10 first.
Yeah, but I knew that.
So not only is 10 an earlier game, like it's a generation back, 3 games back, 3 iterations previously. You know what I mean? So
that one actually was that went 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
because I know some of the numbers are off. Like 1, 2, and 3 are all over the place.
Not if you go by Japan.
Okay.
Because in America never got 2 or 3, so 4 was 2 in America.
We got 3 was 1.
1 was 1. Japan 4 is America 2, Japan 6, America 3. And then with 7, they're like, screw it, it's 7. This is 7, and we're going forward.
It's nice that there's not continuing stories, unless it's a direct sequel. Okay,
which
so you love 10, but you're saying 7 is very good.
7 is very good. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's. I wish, like, every Final Fantasy could get this kind of treatment, because they took everything. They even use the same, like, enemy models that are goofy and stupid and ridiculous, but they're like, no, screw it, 4K. all the
really
polygons. Yeah, they're using
like that
all
scorpion
the
thing in the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, does it look stupid?
I just fought the Hell House, which I'm pretty sure is an enemy in 7. I'm gonna look that up, but it's a house that attacks you, and it would not make sense in 2020, but it was probably in 7, so they had to have it.
Sounds weird.
Like, they're leaning into what made Final Fantasy, like, what made 7, like, everything, and leaning into it. Every tiny corner of the game gets flushed out and largely expanded upon, and it just every bit has so much love. Like, it's just so good.
It's beautiful looking. It's fully voice acted. It's very crisp looking. The combat's changed. It's no longer the turn based. It's now like the 15 style, where it's basically action RPG.
Not exactly 15, because 15 you kind of had to hold a button to have your character keep attacking.
Okay.
Where in this game you have to input the attacks.
Okay.
Then you build.
Is it closer to 15 than it is to 7?
No,
it's not
15's weird. It's honestly closer to Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay.
It's like a way more precise Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
And then you can, like, jump over. To put it in those terms, you can, like, then jump over to Goofy and input something that character can do, and then jump over to Donald and input that. You can.
I would never
control every.
I would never control anybody else.
I mean, he's not in your part of the entire game, but
I would figure it out. I would put in cheat codes to skip the game until I got back to him.
I'd be very.
He is far and away my favorite.
He's good. He's really good.
But
in this game
I do have a type. Cole.
Gun arms.
Coltrane from Gears of War is my favorite character in Gears of War.
Coltrane's great.
Oh, he's the best. But the more I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, I go, oh, they just took Coltrane and they said they just took Barrett and said, Coltrane, this is the same guy.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
Funny, loud, big, like a tank. He just doesn't. He's not a eco-terrorist. That's like the only thing that's different. And I love it.
And Barrett never had a professional athletic career.
That's true. We don't know that. He might have. If they didn't have a pandemic and a global crisis to deal with. All right, I literally just booted back up the game while we're talking because I wanted to check out. Yeah, I'm standing outside of Aerith's house. Is it canon that she's Aerith?
Yep.
Okay, cool. It's not spelled that way. Do we know why?
Yeah. So
English is weird.
Well, because they didn't spend a whole lot of time on localization in terms of, like, making sure everything was correct. So Japanese pronouncing Aerith and US pronouncing Aeris sound almost identical.
Gotcha.
So that's why that happened. And then with Kingdom Hearts, they made the choice of it's Aerith, period.
They even spelled it that way, right?
Yep, because that was the original intent.
Interesting.
Yeah, remake is great. It's a different way of thinking.
It's a really ugly game.
Like, a lot of the NPCs are they're full-fledged characters.
Jamie's a girl.
Jessie, yeah.
Or Jessie's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Which you could not tell.
No. No, you couldn't.
This game, I'm sure I'm going to like this game.
It's so good. The story's really good.
It feels like it's what Kingdom Hearts wanted to be. Way more coherent version of Kingdom Hearts.
Kind of. It doesn't bring a lot of things together to make a unique work like Kingdom Hearts did. I
don't have to know something before I play this game. I just need to know what steampunk is, and I need to know that pointy hair is generally the protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay, so let's talk about some more geek news. So Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah, big yikes with her.
Yeah, you can't say that. Here's the thing, and so, I'm okay with saying this. You know, normally I'm like,
what
I
she
don't
said,
want to rock the boat.
Before you get into analyzing it, she said that actually I don't want to misquote her, but something she said was,
"I'm fighting the house.
Effect,
I'm fighting the house.
I'm fighting the house."
No, and I turned the game on and it was that house. Yeah. That house fight is happening.
Yeah, so that's in Remake.
Okay,
this is a weird game. They're just taking everything. They're like, "This is in the game. We got to put it in the game."
So what did she say? What was her exact quote?
I'm fine.
I know she dropped her kids off at like ballet, and was saying something along the lines of like I'm going to paraphrase and then you'll get the actual quote, but I won't let the government, this happens every election. Something like this always happens every election. I'm not going to let the government tell me what to do. Something along those lines. Essentially saying, without saying it, that she didn't believe that this pandemic was real. And that also was before it got to its apex, which we might not even be at, but it's before everything happened, before all the shelter in places, before all the lockdowns. But it's still pretty bad.
Sorry, I'm just trying to...
No, you're good.
You're trying to have the snippets from this USA Today. Well, it's more complex than just one line. So she posted dropping off children at gymnastics camp. So they all washed their hands before going in. They were playing and laughing. Someone replied, "No Corona house arrest," and she replied, "Not for this family." Then they replied, "You're being very selfish and cares that no symptoms do exist." And she literally defended her stance in replies to the comments, downplaying deadly virus as a respiratory flu and perhaps even a political ploy. Quote, "There's something," in quotes, "every election year," she wrote.
Woof.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. And I don't, like I was saying earlier, normally I don't like to like rock the boat and, I don't want to say something that's going to alienate people, but I'll alienate people who disagree with what I'm about to say. If you actually think that the government is doing this or it's a hoax, or you think whatever, if you think it's anything less than a global disaster that is incredibly unfortunate and we want to help people, you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
I have zero qualms with alienating people who disagree with that statement. If you think that it's fake, you're an idiot. If you think that it was made by our own government to do this, you're an idiot. Anything other than it's horrible and I really hope this ends soon, you're an idiot.
Like, I view it as there are things you can have an opinion on, like your favorite ice cream. And there are objective facts and things that transpired, like this pandemic. Right. Or I'll say it, climate change.
Yeah. We're not going to get it. This isn't a political podcast, but yes. And if you want to say like, "Oh man, this sucks." You know what? Yeah, it does suck.
Oh yeah, and, no one's enjoying this.
No, but anybody else who's
no one is
anything,
pleased this is happening.
Yeah. But what does this have? Why bring this up on this podcast? Because Evangeline Lilly was the Wasp. I say was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't
seen
they haven't said anything yet, but they are reworking all of Ant-Man 3. I think Wasp was going to be in the title. That is no longer the case. She may or may not be in the film at this point. It's a big yikes.
So, I'm sure people will bring this up eventually, but it's just one stupid thing. You can't be upset with her for saying one thing. And you know what? To an extent, I agree with you. This isn't like that. This isn't like the James Gunn thing where he tweeted something out 12 years ago and was very inappropriate.
Before he was hired.
Right. And apologized. This is now someone she is very well known. Mm-hmm. She was in 2 major franchises and has people who listen to her. Whether or not those people continue to listen to her is whatever, but she should know better. You are responsible for what you say. Yes, this is the land of the free where you have freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech, not freedom from consequence.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no doubts. I have no qualms of firing her.
No, me neither.
I also don't wish any ill will on her.
No, but of course not.
If she gets let go, I would understand it.
She's kind of those are the consequences for for just refusing to see the world around you, I guess.
Yeah. We had another actress in a superhero movie have some things come up. We don't know the whole details, so we're not going to report on them because we don't know them. We don't want to speculate. But Amber Heard, who plays Mira, is in some hot water with her ex-husband. Are they still married, Johnny Depp and her?
I do not believe so.
No, okay. They're at the very least they are both separated for sure. But there's been some allegations of going back and forth. Some information has surfaced, but it's not 100% definitive. But it looks like the rumor mill is that
she and Johnny Depp were married from 2015 to 2017.
No, so they've been divorced for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. There is some rumors that she may have made false claims against him, claiming that he was an abuser. And then it looks like, and this is all the stuff I've read on the internet, so who knows how true it is, that she herself was an abuser. I don't know. All I know is that this is a situation that the DCEU might distance themselves from. That's like where it comes back to for our podcast. I don't know what's happening with that, but I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
With the Evangeline Lilly stuff.
Yeah. Also at DCU, I don't know if we touched on this before or not, but Wonder Woman is indefinitely delayed. There is no date yet for Wonder Woman 1984.
Which makes sense. If they were less financially... Oh my God. I just thought of something. Is this going to ruin the DC Comics? Because 5G was going to come out and it's already... Is this going to tank DC Comics? They were already on thin ledge. Oh my God.
Could, because people can't go buy print media. Comic stores definitely are not an essential business.
God, no. Which is unfortunate. Oh man, this is rough. Didn't even think of that. Yeah, but what I was gonna say is if they were like more cash solvent, they were like, or if they were, in a better money way, they could probably just drop the movie on the app first, or just put it out on digital and Blu-ray. But they can't. They need the money from the box office.
Yeah, and I don't know with what authority, but Patty Jenkins did say that the movie will get a theatrical release. The movie has get a theatrical release. Again, I don't know with what authority, but she did say that.
Okay. Well, I hope it does.
And even Marvel thought about putting Black Widow out digitally, and they decided against it. But that was definitely on the table and definitely discussion.
Makes sense. It makes sense. It was a thought. Who's to say whether or not it'll ever happen?
I don't know. I mean, they put Onward on streaming really, really soon. I think that movie was released like beginning of March.
It was in theaters for less than a month.
Yeah, and so it had to have been maybe mid-March. Then it hit Disney Plus on April 3rd.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
And they announced that they were going to do that like while they were still in March.
And that whatever Finch movie, that's also coming straight to Disney Plus.
Oh,
Atticus Finch, is that it?
Oh, it is.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the Maximum Bride. Is that what it is? I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna look it up.
Disney.
Atticus Finch? Nope, that's a different one. The Atticus Finch is the guy from To Kill a Mockingbird. Yikes. Yep. I think it's Maximum Ride. I think it's Maximum Ride. Let's see. Maximum Ride. No, that's not it. That movie was terrible.
Artemis Fowl.
People are going to be... There's going to be an Artemis Fowl fan who's going to be like,
oh, man.
You guys don't know what Artemis Fowl are? I'm like, sorry.
I had not read those books. I am very sorry.
Me neither. But I'll probably check it out on Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah. Have you checked out Onward?
Not yet.
Oh, it's good. Check it out. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out on Disney Plus. There's no reason not to.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I went on a binge of Clone Wars, then Westworld, and then Tiger King, and then Wild Wild Country. And then I've watched all of YouTube.
Country. I meant to finish it. I listened to a couple podcasts on that exact
nuts
thing. Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah. Wild Wild Country
I think is the
really good.
Biggest biological warfare on U.S. soil. Something like that. Attack on U.S. soil. Something to that degree. Wasn't getting them mixed up. That's one where they went around coughing on like food. Is that the one, or is that a different cult?
Oh yeah. They did that. They poisoned all of like
a
town in Oregon, but they can't prove that they did it. But they did it.
Right.
Yeah. That was crazy. All right. You got any other geek news?
Yes. today, Boom, B-O-O-M,
Boom Studios.
They announced a publisher. They announced a partnership with Netflix to bring both live action and animated something to life. They haven't said what the property is.
We were both speculating. You were speculating. You were hoping that it was going to be.
I'm hoping more than I'm speculating. I'm hoping that it's the Amory Wars,
which
is a great comic book, in my opinion, based on, and the comic book narrative itself is what the lyrics from Coheed and Cambria are based on. This huge epic space opera. I love it. It is so very dense. And I think that if you are able to adapt it into a series, it would make it a lot more accessible.
Someone could maybe pull Claudio aside and go, hey, I'm going to rewrite the plot just a teeny bit. And he'd go, wait. Or he'd go, listen. You're a genius. Don't get me wrong. No one understands this. Or very few people understand this in the mainstream.
I think it'll be similar to Umbrella Academy, to where he'll probably be executive producer, and he'll have the ability to say no to some kind of change.
Yeah,
I think that's if that's the property. That's
my
even a stretch.
Theory
it's
was
just the best chance this property's had of getting something like that.
My theory was that they're going to do something with WWE, since WWE just did a Netflix movie and a Netflix show where the Boom Studios is the people who produce the WWE comic book, so they may do, especially with them having no arenas. They just did WrestleMania on streaming, essentially, with no crowd. So they may do something like that to try to get some money.
Do you see the WrestleMania shirts they were selling?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
I was, yeah. That was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic. I ordered a shirt, and it's like the so-and-so, the greatest show no one saw.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
But yeah, no, everything's messed up. This weekend was originally going to be a pre-release weekend. But that's not happening.
E3 got canceled. Every con got canceled.
More or less. The Gen Con is not.
We got to go to the only con, potentially.
Which is crazy.
We were there at the beginning, and they were talking about, like, yeah, we've already seen a big hit here. We're like, really? Like, yeah, not having any Asian market is bad. Like, huh. No idea. That was when you couldn't. That was when the travel ban was only from Asia to here.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It's unreal.
I'm seeing. I didn't read too much in the article, but I saw something that said concerts likely won't happen till fall 2021.
Yeah.
As far as like people unchecked crammed together.
Yeah, I would imagine sports are going to come back first, and there'll be empty arenas, but that might be even 6 months from now. Like, who knows?
Yeah, I just don't know.
It's insane. We have no idea about anything. It's unreal.
It's all uncharted territory.
It is. I can't believe it. But do you have any other geek news? Or
that is all I had, I believe.
Okay. Well, then it's time for the hardest MCU quiz ever, in quotation marks.
In quotation marks.
This isn't that hard. I found a bunch of questions from various places claiming to be the hardest MCU quiz ever, and we're going to see how you do. It is.
So you compile them into one master quiz?
I did. 27 questions.
Okay.
So I only took the best ones, because there were some that were just stupid easy. Like, what movie did Black Widow first appear in?
Iron Man 2.
Yeah, it was just like ridiculous. So we'll start off with a nice easy one, a nice low ball. What is Tony Stark's full name? Is it? Or do you know it off the top of your head? Do you want options?
I want options.
Okay, so it's Anthony something Stark. So his middle name, is it Thomas, Soprano, Edward, or Ethan?
Ooh, I actually don't know this.
Oh.
Thomas, Anthony, Edward, or Ethan?
Let's go with... No, it's not Thomas, Soprano, Edward, or Ethan.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw out Soprano.
It's not Soprano.
I'm going to go with Edward.
That is correct. Thomas Edward Stark. Very good. One correct.
Yeah, that is one I straight up did not know.
Here's one that I didn't know. What is the name of the Kree military unit that Vers was a member of in Captain Marvel? Was it the Galactic Destroyers, the Supreme Intelligence, Super Force, Star Force.
Star Force.
Yep, that is correct. Star Force. Which song does Baby Groot dance to at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy?
In the end of 1 or 2?
Guardians 1. Is it Come Get Your Love by Redbone, Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum, Hooked on a Feeling by Bjorn Skiffs, or I Want You Back by the Jackson 5?
I don't know. I'm going to go with Spirit in the Sky.
It is I Want You Back by the Jackson 5. Who has never worn an Iron Man suit in the MCU? Pepper Potts, Happy Hogan, Bruce Banner, James Rhodes.
Happy.
Correct. You are 3 for 4 so far. This one's tough. Which celebrity did Star-Lord name his ship after? Winona Ryder.
Alyssa Milano.
Alyssa Milano. Very good. Here's one from Winter Soldier.
So better not mess up here.
Which item is not on Cap's to-do list?
Yike.
Vietnamese food, moon landing, Star Wars / Star Trek, or disco? Do you know which ones for sure are? Do you have one that's like a guarantee you know it's
Star Wars, Star Trek for sure is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm torn between Vietnamese food or disco. I'm going to go with disco.
Incorrect. It's Vietnamese food. Oof. There are 6 Infinity Stones. How many are on Earth at the beginning of Infinity War?
Okay, well, we got Vision has the yellow one, which is on Earth. The space is not.
Okay.
Ether is not. Time is. Soul is very not. I'm going to go with 3.
It is 2.
You
got the Soul Stones on Vormir.
Yeah, I got that one.
The red one is with the Collector. The purple one is with the Nova Corps. You've got Vision has the yellow one. Yep, you said that one. And then Time Stone was with Strange. Then you're missing the
Tesseract, which is in the vault.
Tesseract in the vault.
But no, because he had it. They had it on the ship. They had
it's on the ship. Yeah. Oh well, you tried. It is the hardest quiz.
It is actually a hard quiz because it's not only the hardest quiz; it's a quiz. It's like a Frankenstein quiz made of the hardest part of.
So far, every question's been from one test.
Yikes! Okay.
So, all right. What is Pepper Potts' first name? Virginia, Georgia, Josephine, Pepper, or Penny?
Again, do not know. I'm just going to go Pepper.
It's Virginia.
I had no clue.
You are 50% so far. What is Pepper Potts allergic to? Peaches, peanuts, shellfish, strawberries, or tomatoes? How'd you know that one?
It's, I think, Iron Man 2. He stops by a farm stand to get strawberries, and she goes, "I'm allergic to strawberries." He's like, "I knew you love strawberries." She goes, "I'm allergic to strawberries." He's like, "I knew it was something."
Woof. Which of these is not a trigger word for the Winter Soldier? This one's going to be hard.
No, this one's going to be easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Daybreak, benign, home. No, it's discipline.
Really?
Yeah.
I should have listened to the whole question.
So the doctor who injects Steve with the thank you. Do you know his first name for
Abraham?
Very good. Who kills him? You want names?
Isn't it? Yeah, give me names.
Johann Schmidt, Jacques Denier, Heinz Kruger, Dr. Arnim Zola, James Montgomery Falsworth. Well, you know it's not Zola.
I don't know. It's not Schmidt because he's not at the thing.
Mm-hmm. So you're left with Jacques Dernier, Heinz Kruger, and James Montgomery Falsworth.
I also have no idea. I'm gonna go with the French one.
Nope. It is Heinz Kruger, the German one, because of the Nazis.
Yeah, but there are all sorts of different people there. I don't know.
That's fair. And Ant-Man, Scott Lang is fired from Best Buy, Chili's, Baskin Robbins, Old Navy, Jamba Juice.
He's hired from Baskin Robbins.
Very good.
Because they don't play.
That's correct. They don't play. What search engine does Verz use in Captain Marvel? Google,
Ask Jeeves?
Yahoo, Ask Jeeves, Dogpile, Alta Vista.
I'm going to go with Ask Jeeves.
That's what I thought too. It's Alta Vista. What is Ant-Man's ant friend name? I'm not even going to give you the options. You better know this one.
Anthony.
I was going to be very upset with you if you didn't know that one. In Thor Ragnarok, Hulk is the champion of
The Collector?
Sakaar, Asgard, Xandar, Skullros, or Strontia.
Sakaar.
Very good. Shuri invented all of these except for, if you don't get this one right, you're an idiot. Shuri invented all of these except for Black Panther's suit, sneakers, vibranium gauntlets, the Infinity Gauntlet, or remote access to vehicles.
I'm going to go with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Very good. What is the Wi-Fi password Carl Modo gives to Doctor Strange? Password, but the A and the SS are the @ symbol and dollar signs. Shambhala, Shambalia, Shangri-La, or Endgame?
Yeah, how long has been seen Doctor Strange? I'm going to go with Shambhala.
That is correct. Which TV show or movie is not referenced in Infinity War? I got this one wrong. Alien, Footloose, SpongeBob SquarePants, Star Wars.
In which movie specifically?
Infinity War.
Okay, well, Footloose is referenced.
When is Footloose referenced? Because that's what I clicked.
It's when they're on the on Titan,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Oh, Kevin Bacon, Footloose. Is he like still the greatest hero?"
Okay. All right.
That's where that is.
That's right.
Alien is definitely referenced. The other ones are Star Wars and
SpongeBob.
Squidward, says Tony, so it's got to be Star Wars because that is
Correct.
Civil War.
That's where I got confused. I was like, no,
Got
it says Star Wars, but I was like, oh, God, that's Civil War. Who was Loki's biological father? Laufey, Odin, Hailstrom, Thanos, or Raze?
Which one's a frost giant?
Laufey.
Then Laufey.
I'll give you that one.
Which...
M'Baku is the leader of which tribe?
The
Golden, the Jabari, the Border, the Priests, the Mining, the River.
That doesn't help me. Sorry, one more time.
The Golden, the Jabari, the Border, the Priests, the Mining, or the River.
I'm gonna go with Jabari.
Correct.
And hope. Thank God. I'm like, I know it's like the monkey-ish one.
Yeah, it's one that sounds like it's the one that sounds like a guttural. Doesn't sound. It's not like the town. It's like it's a sound. It's a word that isn't English.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which Avenger does Loki transform into during Thor: The Dark World?
Captain America.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to give you options on that one. Rocket is called all of these names in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, except which one? Trash Panda, Garbage Rabbit, Woodland Creature, Dumb Puppy, or Triangle-Faced Monkey?
I think I've seen this movie 1.5 times. Let's go.
It's more than I've seen it.
I know Trash Panda's there.
Okay. So you're left with Garbage Rabbit, Woodland Creature, Dumb Puppy, and Triangle-Faced Monkey.
Let's go with Dumb Puppy.
It is Garbage Rabbit.
All right.
Which is just the same as Trash Panda. What is the 6th film in the MCU?
The 6th film that was released in the MCU?
It's what it says. Iron Man 3, Winter Soldier, The Avengers, Dark World, or First Avenger?
So there's Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, Captain America, Thor, Avengers.
Good.
Was the 6th released.
You're crushing
chronologically, that's a whole different scenario.
Which country was Bruce Banner working in prior to joining the Avengers? The United States, Russia, India, Senegal, the Netherlands, or Bolivia?
India.
Good. This is our last question. This is the only one that's not from that original quiz. So I said I compiled them all together, but I really didn't, as much as I thought I did. What does SHIELD stand for?
Strategic.
Yes.
Homeland.
Yes.
Intelligence.
Nope.
What are some options here?
There's no options.
Oh, there's no options? D is
Strategic
defense.
Homeland.
D is defense.
No, it's not.
It's not? Then I don't know.
Strategic, Homeland, Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division. So you got a total of, you missed 8 questions out of 27. So you got 19 right. Not bad.
I'll take
Not
it.
bad at all.
That was a hard quiz.
I know. I want it to be difficult. I think next week you need to prepare something for me along those lines. You need to do a very difficult DC quiz or something like that.
And you had 27 questions?
Yeah, you don't have to do 27 questions. I just had a quiz that had 30 questions. I didn't like 3 of them.
All right.
So I think that'll do it for this week. We never got to do our Birds of Prey comic book episode because pandemic. So maybe we'll do that. You know, if you want us to do that, please let us know. Tweet at us at Talkin' Trades on Instagram.
We recorded it.
Did we?
Yeah, Daredevil was next up for books to read.
You're right. Did I just never release Birds of Prey?
Maybe.
Very possible. Well, then we never got to do our Daredevil episode, but I have read Daredevil, so there's that. If you want us to release a Daredevil episode, let us know. We could still do that. It would be a little bit more difficult, but we could still do that. Yeah. John, you missed this a little bit, didn't you? I know I did.
Oh, I definitely missed it.
Maybe we can do this. We'll do this more often with some variants and just kind of check-ins every once in a while. Maybe we could do some regular episodes, just a little shorter, a little more freeform. But that'll do it. I hope you guys I hope you're all staying happy, safe, and healthy. Wash your hands and stay inside.
My God, wash your hands.
Flatten the curve, everybody. We will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye. You can follow us on Twitter at Talkin' Trades. Follow Jeremy on Twitter at LizardKing27. You can find John on Twitter at Maesterlaka, Maesterlaka. And for this and other projects from Matt, please check out Facebook at Matt Spina Music. And remember, we're not experts, we're fans.